guys, I don't know if I'm centered, so I hope I am, but today I'm finally on Thanksgiving break. Thank God. I'm currently in my first year of college, so I'm still in my first semester, and it's been like a heck of a ride. So much work is always due. I've always have so many exams. I've been getting a lot of comments on the video that I filmed about my application process, I believe, and like which college I would be attending. So this was uploaded last year. I'll leave a link down below, and then I think I'll leave it in like the cards on either side. Not really sure. But yeah. So I just wanted to address those questions in a video because I kept getting all these questions and they were all about basically applying and what was like my experience. So I thought it would be better if I just made a video about it rather than like commenting back. So I have all the questions here. I have my computer here because I pulled up my essays. But the first thing that I wanted to talk about was a brief overview of the application process. I don't exactly remember like every little detail because it was well over a year ago. Yeah, and I'm trying my best to upload this before December because I know a lot of you are applying to college now, so it would be helpful if this was up before you actually applied. But to get into the application process, I believe you have to apply to Hofstra University first, and then when you get in, the if the PA program is like interested in you, I believe when you first apply to Hofstra, you say like you're looking for this major, so like pre-PA major, and then after you get in, if the PA program is interested in you, I believe they will email you something. Wait, let me see if I can like pull it up or like find it, because I tried going on mine to see if there's an application for the PA program, but it just says that you're supposed to go through Common App, which didn't make any sense to me because I definitely don't, like, I know for a fact that it wasn't just that. Yeah, okay, so I was accepted into Hofstra University, like the school itself by itself, and then they emailed me and said that I was invited to complete a supplemental application for their direct entry dual degree physician assistant program. And then it like left a link for you to click on, and then it would bring you to a PDF of the application. So this, I don't know if it's up now for 2019, but I have the one for 2018, and going through it, you basically just write all of your information, and then you have to submit 2 essays. So if you were applying to this program, you would have to do the 1 essay for Hofstra on its own, which is your Common App essay, and then if you get an email from them after you've been accepted into Hofstra, then you would have to do 2 extra essays. This email came in around December, so I would suggest applying early action. I think I did early action for Hofstra. The 2 essays, one was about your interest in studying medicine and like why you wanted to become a physician assistant, and then the second one is so part of their mission of the program is to inspire a desire among PAs towards service and with underserved communities. So they asked you to define underserved communities and like, does that mission reflect you as a person, if you were going to go into that field and if you're going to that field of work. So that's basically all they asked you to answer, and the essays would both be under 500 words. So it's not too bad. I just reread over my essays and I feel like I literally was writing like a journal entry. You just want to make sure that you're hitting all those points, and you not that you need a thesis statement, but you're arguing for a point about why you want to be a PA, and make sure that it's not like the cliche like it just seems cool, or like it's easier than being a doctor, because it's definitely not easier. And if you write that, I don't think they would even like read the rest of your essays. But that is basically the application process. I believe after the whole like submitting the 2 supplemental essays, you just email it to them and then they'll take care of it. Make sure that they get it. So if you don't hear back from them, I think they emailed me back afterward and they said like, thanks for applying or blah blah. And then you just want to make sure that you get that, because if not, your email could have went somewhere else, and then, you know, like you basically didn't even apply to the school when you thought that you did. I don't have the letter that I got when I was accepted into a PA program, but they sent me like physical mail saying that I got in, and then basically a date that I had to respond back about whether or not I was going to commit to the program. So yeah, that's just like so far in the future that you probably don't want to think about that right now. But a lot of people are also asking about my stats in terms of like GPA and SAT scores. So I'm not going to give you my like exact SAT score, because honestly I don't even remember it. I know that it was between 1400 and 1500. That's literally all I can give you. Like I don't even remember the exact number. But you don't have to have like a 1600. You don't have to have a full score. And honestly, like just do your best in school. Do your best on the SAT. My GPA after my senior year, like after everything, I think it was like 94, 95. So I mean, it was pretty high, but it wasn't like 99. You don't need to be super like up there. Okay, so another question that I got was, what does my schedule look like? So this semester I'm taking biology, chemistry, I'm taking a forensic psychology class, and then I'm taking a literature class, as well as biology lab and chemistry lab. So that's basically 6 classes, but my labs are only once a week. They're 3 hours. And then my other classes are either like an hour to an hour 30 minutes. And that's basically it. So that's my schedule. Some days they vary. So on Mondays I go in from 9 to 5. And then Tuesdays and Thursdays I go in from 9 to 4. Wednesdays I go into 9 to 2, Fridays 9 to 2, and then Thursdays I only have 1 class. It's like afternoon, so I just go in for like that 1 class and then I'm done for the day. What is the curriculum for the program? So there is the website online where it gives you all of the classes that you're supposed to take in order to graduate with both degrees. But the thing is, like, it's very flexible. So certain classes you don't have to take in the order that they're like listing it as. You can take calculus your first year if you want, if you have room, or if you're done with language and like you have other rooms, you can take your distribution courses, which is like, what do you call it? Electives. Okay, the next question that I got was, how hard are my classes? I wouldn't say that, you know, my classes are Ivy League, because they aren't, but they're also not super easy. You have to put in the work if you want to pass, and at least my professors, the ones that I have now, they're super helpful. So if you do have questions, you can definitely email them. You can go to their office hours. Okay, the next question was, how did I adapt in the first few months for school? I had such a hard time adapting, mostly because I was going to a school where I didn't have any of my friends, and then also I was in a total different new environment. I didn't know what to expect academically, and like in high school, I knew all the teachers that I was taking. I knew how harsh of a grader they were, and like what they expected of their students. But in college, it's so different because you're meeting all these new teachers, and yes, there's rate my professor, but sometimes they're so wrong, and like you won't really know the professor unless you meet them. But yeah, I did struggle in the beginning because I didn't know what to expect. It took about a month, I would say, to adjust properly and get into a routine of commuting. The last question is, how did I juggle 2 science classes with labs? So if I'm being honest, I honestly hate labs because at my school, it's either you take your lab in the morning or you take it at night. And at night, it's like 6:30 to 9:30 at night. And luckily I don't have the night labs. I would literally die if I did. But I'm lucky enough to have the morning ones. And even with the morning ones, like, it's just so much work because you meet them once a week and then you're expected to do like all these lab reports that on top of like studying for the lecture and then having like your exams or whatever, you have a separate grade for like your lab. Well, biology is combined, so your lecture and your lab are together, but for chemistry, it's separate, 2 separate grades. So I'm used to doing labs in high school with groups, but then in college, you're on your own. So it was just super stressful because, like, going in, I thought that they would teach you how to use the equipment, how to do everything, like how to turn on the Bunsen burner and do the gas and, all of that. But then it was just the first day, like, you read the instructions and go do the experiment on your own. So it was just very stressful because I didn't want to, like, set the building on fire. Like, all of these things go through your head. Well, go through my head. Funny story enough, my friend set a paper towel roll on fire. So, like, these things are so real, and I'm not just making them up, but it is stressful at first, but as long as you, like, do the right thing, keep going, you'll fall into a routine, and you'll feel so much better, like, months afterwards. So, yeah, that's everything on the PA program. I would definitely say that we have more work in terms of taking like challenging classes. Like other majors, bio majors, they don't have to take bio and chemistry at the same time. They can take biology for their first semester and then take chemistry for their second. They can split it up and like do all these different things. But because I'm part of the PA program, I have to take these things together because we're on an accelerated path and we have to get out of the undergrad stage in 3 years, which is faster than normal. That's all I have to say for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Good luck on your applications for college. And if you have more questions, leave them down below. I'd be happy to answer them. I don't know why I'm using my hand so much. It's super cold in my house. And yeah, so I'm gonna go now. Also, happy Thanksgiving because I'm gonna try to upload this before Thanksgiving. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!